just wanna kill myself. Won't you help me build myself? I just need to heal myself. All this pain, I'm still myself. Anxiety's depriving me. Happiness I try to keep. All these feelings inside of me. Mary, why'd you lie to me? I'm just trying to find a peace of mind and a piece of shine when it's dark out. Why you trying to take a piece of mind when I'm weak and trying with your heart about? Life will do you in, but I learn to swim, especially when the shark's out. This a dog-eat-dog world, they'll kill you before you let your bark out.
This episode of Enjoying Entrepreneurship features Laniesha Roberts, founder and CEO of Blessapp. Laniesha gives us insight on who Laniesha is, how she was growing up, what inspired her to actually create this app called Blessapp, geared towards a positive social media realm for minorities to seek advice and to praise one another and themselves. Also, to make organic connections. We're going to hear and just get a little bit more insight on the CEO of this wonderful app. Go ahead, head to your app store, download Blessapp. What went well? Blessapp. Blessapp. It's like Bless Up with WhatsApp put together. Blessapp. So yeah, it's for everyone. They have everything you can think of that you would want to give advice or just go ahead and put a testimony out there about something that happened good in your life. Just keep the positivity going and hashtag keep smiling, peacemakers. Who is Laniesha Roberts and what is Blessapp?
I'm Laniesha Roberts, the founder of Blessapp. I was born and raised in Tallahassee, Florida, the youngest of 2 kids on my mom's side, and somewhere in the middle of 6 kids on my father's side. To some, I'm very shy, but to others, I'm super goofy and nerdy. Go figure. I'm just a young soul in pursuit of finding my purpose while connecting with God. Blessapp is a semi-anonymous social network mobile application, and we're all about fostering organic connections through the shared testimonial journey of each of the users on our mobile application.
What was your life like prior to Blessapp?
Okay, so prior to Blessapp, I guess I'll take it back to my childhood. Everyone says, I want to be XYZ when I grow up. I went from wanting to be an astronaut to wanting to be a doctor. So graduated from high school. I went to Florida State University. My major was biology. I was on the pre-med route. And my goal was to be a neurosurgeon. I wanted to help people. That was my passion. And very, intrigued by just the surgical aspect of medicine. So up until a certain point, maybe midway through college, I was your neurosurgeon to be. Until I hit a certain point where I said, you know what, I don't think this is the route that's destined for me to take. And that's when I, pursued an alternative route. So today I work in the pharmaceutical sector, and definitely completely remotely. It has nothing to do with technology, more so in a regulatory and quality assurance aspect. However, sometime last year, maybe earlier last year, is when I became intrigued by just the technology industry as a whole, the direction that it's going in, and really its application in almost every other industry. You find tech inserted into any field that you go into. And since then, I've been intrigued and on this journey with Blessapp.
So how was Blessapp created?
Okay. So Blessapp was created, started on the journey last year. I think in May of 2018 is when I really solidified the plans and the contract to move forward with the development process. Because myself, I'm not a tech guru, as you would say. I outsourced the development of the mobile application to a development firm. And from there, I provided the insight, and they provided the technology knowledge to be able to bring Blessapp to life.
Okay, so when you created the app or when you started the process, did you have support system, or did anybody doubt you, telling you that it was just going to be like any other app, or why was your app greater than Facebook or Instagram?
Sure. So when I came up with the idea actually last year, I pitched it first to a good friend of mine, and, she was super supportive, and actually a member of the Blessapp team today. So, she's that type of person that she'll speak her mind. If it was a silly idea, she would have told me. So having her support early on was very, instrumental in getting it off the ground. As I, went through the development process, I met with a few people along the way, reached out to investors along the way. And of course, I got the response that, how is this any different than, Facebook or the Twitters that exist today? So I think that comes with the territory. I ran across a social media post yesterday that says, not everyone's going to understand your vision, but it's up to you to understand your vision and stay true to your vision, I would say. And it's been a journey for me as well in building my faith. But having that solid foundation and believing in God, fasting and praying, I would say number one above all was the encouragement I needed to keep going. Outside of that, I did a lot of research. There are pioneers in this industry. There are folks that are, on similar routes that I'm on as well. And just YouTube, for example, watching the journey of other entrepreneurs on, Instagram or Twitter was very encouraging as well.
Getting into that motivational aspect, what was your motivation to keep going, especially with the people that you came in contact with? They basically were like, oh, I don't know, we already have an Instagram and a Facebook and a Twitter. Did you use like books or scriptures, affirmations, or podcasts to keep you going? Because I know this is a tough journey to create an app and to get other people to understand your vision.
Oh, absolutely. No, you're absolutely correct. When I started the journey, I told myself that I was going to start fasting. Initially I set out to fast for 30 days, and that 30-day fast turned into a 3 and 4 month fast. And I'll truly say, in the process of me fasting, there was a lot of life changes, happening for me. And a lot of those had to do with, equipping me with the right resources, the right cheerleaders to be able to push me along on the journey, even on those days where, I wanted to say, why am I even, putting together an app when this is completely outside of my comfort zone. So my faith in God, and
during your time when you were developing the app, or shall I say when you were creating the plan for the app, how did you come up with the name? Because it's a very unique app name. So yeah.
Sure. So, the name Blessapp originates from the catchphrase Blessapp, which essentially means to send positive vibes. So kind of similar to, the app WhatsApp is a play on What's Up. I said, you know what, maybe I can do that similar play and instead of saying Blessapp, just call it Blessapp, which, everything about the name of it ties directly into the mission of the app as well.
It really did, because I'm like, it was really creative, and I didn't want to create any ideas of what the meaning was in my head, but now that I really know the meaning, it's pretty cool because it ties in to, like you said, the mission of the app. And with some of the meaning behind the app, Why was there a need to create a social media outlet geared towards African Americans?
Sure. So honestly, I took a roughly 10-year hiatus from social media when I graduated from college in 2007. I deactivated all of my social media pages. And it wasn't until last year, once I started this journey that I picked back up in social media. But over those 10 years, I kind of watched it transform into something completely different, in my opinion, than what it was initially intended to be. From, just seeing the effect of social media on friends and family, I knew that one, this vehicle, we'll call these social networks, consumes a lot of, at least my friends and family who are from minority backgrounds, a lot of their time. Also, there's a lot of negativity that's associated with that. And as we know, you are, what you eat, or you're a reflection of what you consume. So just watching folks consume enough of that negativity on a daily basis, consuming their time on a daily basis, and not really seeing them get enough return on that invested time, I said, why not, put something in place geared towards at least something my friends and family would be okay with using, so that once they invest their time in it, at least they should feel when they walk away from it, they've gained some insight, or they were able to, impart some wisdom upon other users in the community. So definitely a need in our community today.
Yes, that is true, because you know what? I'm just going to throw my mom under the bus for that one, because my mom will wake up, she gets off of work around like midnight. She will go to sleep, and whether it's a day that she is not going to the gym and she's just up before my sisters have to wake up for school, it's just like you will hear a video on Facebook or Instagram blasting so loud throughout the house. And then guess what? Bing, I get this notification.
Right.
That she sent me it. She's like, look at this. And I'm like, okay. So all throughout the day, we're exchanging Facebook messages, with sharing posts and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, okay, now really, like, are you a certified Facebooker?
Right.
Because
is
that's
Facebook paying her, right?
Yes. I'm really starting to think that she has a paycheck coming in from Facebook and Instagram. So why would you give the option to post anonymously?
Sure. So with Blessapp, our aim is to mirror our approach to real life. And we know that just today on the major social networks, there's a lot of people, and I can speak from experience, where a lot of folks that, if I go on their profile page, I see a completely different person than the person that I know outside of social media. I know these same folks are battling depression, or battling just various issues that are not always portrayed online. So having that ability to post anonymously, I think, opens it up to just another outlet for people to reach out, in a sense, so that giving up or committing suicide or taking some negative course of action doesn't have to be their first choice.
That is very true, because I never thought of it in that sense. And also it will put the whole embarrassment that, oh, I'm posting this and I actually need help, and the person can still gain help from others around them without saying, oh, this and this person is posting that they're having suicidal thoughts, and they can get the proper guidance and stuff that they need through others who are around them on the app, without feeling embarrassed, because with that embarrassment, it's going to make them feel like, okay, well, I told people that I'm feeling this way, so I basically need to do something about it. So how did you come up with the 14 different categories in which you can seek advice? People can ask, they can ask anything from parenting to military life.
Sure. So in the earlier stages of the development process, I polled a lot of social media users. And one of the questions in the poll was geared towards which areas or topics or categories would you feel more comfortable posting on or posting about. And from that poll, I used that information to put together the 14 categories. Definitely.
Let's take a break and hear a message from our sponsors. Let's get back to the show.
Don't want to exclude anyone. So as you mentioned, you can post under the category of parenting, religion, I think relationships, entrepreneurship. There's an LGBTQ selection. So I just wanted to keep it open and inclusive of all category types, as many as I could. The list is 14 today, but definitely hope to expand to include a couple more very soon.
Yeah, and that does, with the variety, it actually, like, I feel like I fit into a majority of those categories. So it's like, okay, I can ask people about military life because I'm in the Army Reserve. And I can ask people about entrepreneurship because I'm an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
I can ask people about tech stuff if I want to, like, just know about something in tech. So, or maybe, hey, if I want to find people who share the same religious beliefs, I just need some positivity from whatever religion, I can go in there and find that as well.
Absolutely.
So with all that, with that being said, how does Blessapp block out the negative things a person might post? Does it even give someone the chance to post something negative?
Sure. So, our first barrier, ironically, at least somewhat intentional in barrier, is in the name, right? The name Blessapp deters a lot of folks because, one, they think it's a super religious app. So our hope was that, okay, maybe the name of Blessapp would only attract people that, came with good intentions. But we know there's always going to be people that are going to post about whatever they want to post about. So a couple of the features that we have in the app is the ability to, one, remove things from your timeline or hide things from your timeline that may be offensive. Two, you're also able to flag a post. And when you flag a post, it comes to our back end, and we're able to look into it and remove it. And then three, you can also report a particular user as well as blocking a particular user. That way you don't ever have to see any post or communication from that individual. Also on the back end, we are monitoring the content as well. That way if we identify anything that violates our terms and conditions, then we're able to take action immediately.
That sounds quick and very proactive on the steps and measures that you guys take so that there aren't any negative vibes coming into this positive realm. So here's a mental health question, and this is just because this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so if you're in a bad mood, can Blessapp boost your mood to have feelings, to make sure that you're having feelings of positive energy?
I believe so. Today we have several hundred users that have downloaded the app already. And, I'm pleased to be able to say that just in the content that I've reviewed, that there really hasn't been any negativity towards any user that has created a post, whether that's an anonymous post seeking advice or just a general post from someone celebrating an accomplishment. So I definitely believe that Blessapp is an alternative outlet for that, and a community already of folks that are willing to help, are willing to provide support and strong words of encouragement.
Mental health question. What are your favorite ways to keep your mental health on fleek?
Sure. I like the terminology, keep your mental health on fleek, because that's definitely important. Here lately, one of the ways I've been focusing on that is just having that work-life balance. My primary job is very demanding. I travel over 75% of the time. So just, when work is done on Friday at whatever time, closing the laptop and not opening it back up until, Monday morning if possible. So definitely having that intentional separation of work and personal life. Another way to keep my mental health on fleek is that I find that maybe if I'm in my darkest hours or not feeling my best, if I'm giving words of encouragement to others, helping others, maybe even volunteering, just seeing the impact that has on the mental health of others, indirectly and also directly, has a positive impact on myself as well. So really that's an excellent way to keep your mental health on fleek, as you said.
Okay. So what are some misconceptions that you want to clear up about Blessapp?
Sure. So the one misconception I was saying, I get asked this question a lot is, is this a religious app? Do I have to be a Christian to join this app? And that's more so probably because of the name. So no, Blessapp is not a Christian members only app or an extension of a Christian Mingles type app. I would say Blessapp is a representation really of God's love for all. There's no one excluded. Even from the registration process when you first sign up, our gender selections are very inclusive. We have binary and non-binary gender selections. And that was some feedback I got a couple of weeks ago. Someone was downloading it. They wanted to thank me and say, thank you so much for just thinking of me or my gender selection during the registration process. So, no, you don't have to be a Christian to join, but we hope that the love of all who use the app, which, we have folks on the app that are from various religious backgrounds. However, there's no exclusion any way whatsoever in the app. So everyone's free to join and download Blessapp, and I definitely encourage that.
Yeah, that was one thing that I did notice when I downloaded the app too. So the night that, the day that you actually released the app, I was telling one of my friends about it because, like when we were talking the other day, I was telling you, I was like, yeah, I had just been waiting for the countdown to begin when the app was going to be released. So I was getting nervous, and I was like, okay, you got to go download it. And so I was telling him, and he was like, okay, I'm going to download it. And then he was like, what the world? Like, I didn't even know that a lot of these genders, like, exist. And so it was like, in a way, it was educating us on the different things that a lot of people identified as. So I was like, wow, they really took the time out to dedicate it to everyone, like everyone. There's no excuse why everybody isn't on this app, because there's a place for everybody on this app. So I definitely know that a lot of people, once they get their hands, get the app in the palm of their hands, they will be very excited, and they will feel like it's very, what can I say, kind of like homely. Like, you know how you get on Facebook and Instagram every day? It's just like, oh, yeah, it's not something that I would kind of want to leave alone, because it's like you're on here and it's like a safe place in a sense. Like, you don't have to feel like you're putting on a mask. You're not doing like Cardi B and Offset said, "You're doing everything for clout."
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I definitely think that a lot of people, once they get their hands on this, it's going to be something. So what are some up-and-coming giveaways, events, or collaborations that our peacemakers should be on the lookout for?
Sure. So, we've done a lot of giveaways even before the app launch, which I think was very important and very instrumental in just building that user base early on. We've given away T-shirts recently to the first 100 people who downloaded the app. We gave away 5 free T-shirts, and then we picked one lucky winner to receive a $100 cash giveaway. So we did that maybe 2 weeks ago. This week, and actually today, I'll be announcing another promotional opportunity geared towards just existing users, spreading the word to bring more awareness to the app and rewarding them in the form of a referral promo. So every X number of users that you're able to direct to download Blessapp, there'll be a cash compensation for that. So very excited to see how that plays out. And as always, we're definitely looking forward to future giveaways because, I understand that, the success of Blessapp is dependent upon the people who use the app each day. And I really get joy out of being able to give back to those who have been loyal and super supportive to Blessapp, even before we, had an app in the app stores. So stay tuned.
Okay. Then, yeah, I definitely am going to be telling all of my friends to tell their friends, to tell their friends, to tell their mama's friends' friends.
Nice. And their mama's friends.
To tell the pastor, to tell the man at the gas station, to
right.
tell the policeman, to tell the grocery store owner, to Blessapp, to join the Blessapp community.
Yeah, I was taking an Uber a couple of days ago, and my Uber driver at the end of my drop off, he turned into a Blessapp member. So yeah, I definitely think that there is no particular person that can't potentially be a Blessapp user. So we joke and say your mom's friend, but hey, definitely spread the word.
Yeah, because there's nothing wrong with too much positivity in your life.
Absolutely.
So where do you see yourself and Blessapp in the next 5 years?
Okay. So the next 5 years, that's a very good question. I see myself giving back more. One of the things I said before even launching Blessapp was that, I felt that, I've been super blessed over the years. And afforded opportunities that, personally I felt that I didn't deserve. And I didn't feel that I was doing enough to give back. And in the next 5 years, I hope to, quadruple the amount of giving that I'm able to do today, not just monetarily, but also in my time and putting together resources and tools, vehicles such as Blessapp to be able to manifest those things. 5 years for Blessapp, my hope is that, Blessapp is a household name. It's that go-to app, and it is instrumental in, changing lives of people across the world.
Most definitely, because I definitely know that Blessapp is going to change the game in the technology community. So how does Blessapp bring you a peace of mind?
Blessapp brings me a peace of mind because every day that I log onto the app, I smile and say, man, a year ago, this was just an idea. So to me, Blessapp represents just my growth as an individual, and not letting fear hold me back from completing a task, completing a journey, and moving forward with accomplishing my goals and dreams, essentially.
Let's have some fun.
Yay!
is, who is your favorite artist and why?
That's a very good question. Actually, a tough question because I have a love for a lot of artists. I listen to a wide variety of music, from gospel, which is definitely a necessity, to R&B, hip hop, and even sprinkle some country in there from time to time. But just some or two that I would highlight would be Fantasia and Beyonce. Actually, they're people who can take you to church and then connect with their secular fan base all in the same song or album. I also have a love for unknown artists, and I find a lot of good talent on actually YouTube. Like here recently, not sure if you're aware of her, Quandra Banks. She sings from the soul, and there isn't a song that she has put out that hasn't moved me in some form or fashion. But anything that's soulful, anything that can bring out emotions, will always have my vote.
Yeah, I definitely haven't heard of her, but I'll be sure to look her up. So if you could travel to any planet in the solar system, which one would you choose and why?
Another very good question. Probably take a left turn with this one. I would choose Pluto. And the reason for that is because I'm aware, that it was decategorized as a planet, I think back in 2006 or so, because it didn't meet the specifications of being an actual planet. So now I think it's considered a dwarf planet, as they call it. But naturally, I'm drawn towards, the underdogs or the black sheep of the solar system, if you want to call it, which would be Pluto. So I think it would be pretty cool to, take a trip to Pluto and say I was there.
Yeah, you can definitely put some stuff on the Blessapp while you're on Pluto, spreading the positivity.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes, I knew you were going to choose Pluto because I was going to choose Pluto if this question was for
really?
Yeah, it's just one of those planets that is just like, they never show it love, so
they never give it the credit that it deserves.
Yes. So what are 3 random fun facts about you?
3 random fun facts. One, believe it or not, I am a super diehard introvert. A lot of folks find that hard to believe. They say, how can you be an introvert and, you're a founder of a social network? Well, go figure. 2, very random. I eat cereal with a fork. I like milk, but not like that. So, yeah, you can usually catch me on a weekend with a bowl of cereal with a fork instead of a spoon. Then lastly, for third, I think I own more shoes than anything. And I would probably choose shoes over clothes if it came down to it. So those are my 3 very random fun facts.
Oh, my God. I've never heard of anybody, like in my immediate friend group, of using a fork on cereal.
You've got to try it.
Oh, I don't eat cereal because I'm lactose intolerant. So
okay.
If I do choose milk, it might be like some almond milk or flaxseed milk. And it's usually like the most randomest times. I might be like, okay, I haven't had Fruity Pebbles in a while, but Fruity Pebbles and a fork, not so fun. I feel like I'll be eating collard greens in a bowl of milk because of the consistency of the Fruity Pebbles. But is this something that you started doing when you were a kid?
Yeah, I've been doing it for, as long as I can remember. I like milk and what it does for the cereal, but, just to have it, on its own, you wouldn't catch me just drinking a glass of milk. Not today. I know of its importance when you're growing up, but, yeah, I've been doing that for a long, long time.
Wow. Okay, so let's go with the top 3 things on your bucket list.
Top 3 things on my bucket list. First, I really like to traveled to Thailand. I've encountered a lot of folks that have traveled there, and they all have very positive things to say about visiting there and such good experiences. And not many folks in my family have been to Thailand, so I definitely want to get out and venture there. So that's definitely at the top of my bucket list. Second one, sing in a choir. You always think that you have the best vocals when you're in the shower, right? So I've always had this wild aspiration to sing in a choir. But of course, fear has played a huge role in that. Can I sing? It just depends on who you ask. But I think it would be very interesting, to say the least, to take part in that in a chorus. The third on my bucket list is to meet Mark Zuckerberg, the founder CEO of Facebook. And the reason I have that there is because I think it's very important to connect with, to gain wisdom from, maybe insight, share strategies and visions for the direction of our industry, because he's done a lot for social networks today. I know there's a lot of positivity and negativity surrounding Facebook and it's the companies that he owns. However, you have to give credit where credit is due. And he really took Facebook from just being a college-specific platform of X number of thousand users to being the number one platform in the world today.
Couple of things. Let's get some of my listeners who are a part of a good, solid foundation church home to get Laniesha in their church, just to be the pop-up person for the choir. We definitely want to see Laniesha in somebody's choir, because if you don't do it, then I'm going to do it, because my uncle has a church in Florida. Wink, wink, is close to Florida, where you're from. It's in Jacksonville.
See, my anxiety level is already going crazy right now. I just need a 30-day notice, and make sure you put me all the way in the back.
We're going to put you on the front and center stage. And guess what? Then, after the fact, you can put a testimony on Blessapp.
You know what? I like the way you think.
Most definitely. So, another thing, Thailand, that is a very beautiful place as well. I just want to go there just for the food. I'm a foodie, so I would definitely want to go there for the food.
No, absolutely.
So, speaking of food, what's your favorite holiday and why?
My favorite holiday is, this is tough. I would have to say Thanksgiving. Speaking of food, that's a time where, no matter what diet I'm on throughout the year, when Thanksgiving comes around, that diet goes out the window. I'm usually able to reconnect with foods that I haven't connected with all year. And then, having the time to spend with family is also a plus at that holiday. Christmas is a very close second.
Yes, Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays, too. Oh, my God. Because all of the food. That's the number one thing that I'm thankful for, the food. I'm just playing. It's my family.
Keep it real.
Yes, my family who makes the food. See, you didn't let me finish.
Okay.
Yep. So, I definitely can agree with you on that one. And then right after that, I think it might be Christmas.
Nice.
All right. So you want to tell the Peacemakers where they can catch up with you on social media and every other place?
Sure. So Blessapp is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well, and even LinkedIn at Blessapp, BLESSAPP HQ. That stands for Blessapp Headquarters on all three or four platforms. You can reach me via email at our general Blessapp inbox, and that is contact@blessapp.com, or catch our website for updates at www.blessapp.com. This is Laniesha Roberts with Blessapp, and you're listening to Peace of Mind with the Soul Koach.
Hey, you guys, I just want to let you know, thank you for listening to my episode, and you can keep up with us on Instagram at _peace of mind, me on my personal page at the Soul Koach, Coach with a K, and we're on Twitter at Keep Smiling POM. We're on YouTube at Peace of Mind with TSK. You can email me at yourpeaceofmind2016@gmail.com. Let me see what else we got. You can find this episode located on Apple Music, Google Play, Spotify, everywhere, YouTube, on our channel, because we do drop it on there. And yeah, be sure to rate, review, give this episode a hand clap, give it a thumbs up, 5 stars, everything. Let us know what you want to hear, what episode, what features you want to hear on episodes, and let's keep it going. So peacemakers, thank you for keeping this going, and #keep smiling.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.